OpenAI's new voice feature is finally out, and it's insanely good. For example, it can teach you languages and correct your pronunciation.
Am I saying this word correctly? Croissant.
Pretty close. Try emphasizing the nasal sound at the end a bit more, like croissant.
It can rap and beatbox.
Light the candles, yo scandal, clap, snap, wrap it up.
Or sing anything in any style you want.
Happy birthday to you.
It can analyze the setup for your pet cat.
That setup looks super cozy for her. How's she settling in so far?
Plus, it can tell bedtime stories for your kids.
The hum of its charge filling the air. Boom! They exchanged fire, plasma bolts sizzling through the rain. Kira dodged behind a dumpster, narrowly avoiding a blast that scorched the wall behind her.
So in this video, I'm gonna go over all the crazy things it can do. I'll cover some cool use cases and hidden abilities that you might not know it could do. So first of all, how do you even get access to this? Well, OpenAI has started rolling this out to a small group of ChatGPT Plus users, so this is for paid users as of right now. And if you're lucky enough to be one of those users, then in your ChatGPT mobile app, you should see a pop-up that says try advanced voice mode. Simply click on that and then click continue, and then you're good to go. Now, if you don't see this pop-up, then unfortunately you don't have this yet, and you're gonna have to wait until they distribute this to everyone else. Now, initially they announced this feature way back in May, and some people were calling it BS, some people thought it was fake or staged, and you can't blame them. I mean, this sounds really realistic and natural.
Me? The announcement is about me? Well, color me intrigued. Are you about to reveal something about AI?
Now, they initially said that it would be released in the following weeks, but it ended up taking months and was only released last week. But I have to say, they did deliver, and this voice is as good as they showcased. So here are some crazy things it can do. First of all, you can get it to speak in various tones or accents, or even get it to make strange sounds. So for example, this user asked it to summarize the movie Shrek, but in an ogre tone.
Can you go ahead and summarize the plotline of Shrek in like 3 sentences?
Shrek, an ogre, loves his swamp, but reluctantly agrees to rescue Princess Fiona to reclaim it from fairy tale creatures exiled
That sounds great.
there.
Actually, I need to send this to my kid. Can you do it like in an ogre character voice?
Shrek, an ogre, loves his swamp, but reluctantly agrees to rescue Princess Fiona to reclaim it from fairy tale creatures exiled there by Lord
Okay, I love that. Can you actually just do it in like a really low whisper voice? My kids are sleeping.
Shrek, an ogre, loves his swamp, but reluctantly agrees to rescue Princess Fiona to reclaim it.
Can you do it in like a really low whisper?
Shrek, an ogre, loves his swamp, but reluctantly agrees to rescue Princess Fiona to reclaim it from fairy tale creatures exiled there.
That's great.
Here, the user is getting it to impersonate different characters like Bugs Bunny, Yoda, and Homer Simpson.
Hey, I want you to do your best impression of Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc? Got any carrots?
Okay, do your best impression of Yoda.
Strong with the Force you are. Patience you must have.
Can you try to imitate his voice even more?
Powerful you have become. The dark side I sense in you. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Okay, now can you do your best impression of Homer Simpson?
Donuts. Oh!
Okay, now can you do can you mix together Yoda and Homer Simpson?
Donuts are the path to the dark side. Oh!
Notice how the voice is just so natural and realistic. You can even hear breathing sounds and pauses, and it just sounds disturbingly human. This is way different from any other AI voice tools out there. which might sound quite robotic, and you can definitely tell it was AI. But for this new GPT voice, if you didn't know beforehand, it would be quite hard to tell that this voice was AI. Now, you can also link this to GPT Vision, so you can basically point your phone's camera at anything and ask it questions in real time.
Okay, so we just got a new kitten. I want to show you the spot that we made for her. Let me activate the camera.
Oh, look at that little bundle of fluff. That setup looks super cozy for her. How's she settling in so far?
Well, she hasn't eaten yet. Do you think that's concerning?
It can be normal for kittens to take a little time to adjust to a new environment. So if it's just been a day, she might still be getting comfortable. Have you noticed her drinking water or exploring her new space?
Well, she's never really left the bathroom yet, but she has water, she has food, and a little cozy space and a litter, so hopefully she will come out soon.
It sounds like you're giving her a great setup to feel secure. She's probably just taking her time to get used to everything. Once she feels more confident, I'm sure she'll start venturing out.
So here what's going on is it uses AI vision to analyze the video and then respond back to you in real time. And because GPT-4o is multimodal, in other words, it can take in images, audio, and text as input and also output these different formats, it has vastly superior understanding compared to other models which are only text-based.
I have access to this amazing Pokemon Yellow original Japanese version, but I can't really speak Japanese, so could you help me translate the text?
That's awesome. I'd love to help with translations. Go ahead and show me the text, and we'll work through it together. This is the classic Professor Oak introduction. He's saying, "Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Ready for your adventure? Professor Oak is ready to guide you through your journey. Enjoy the adventure. Pikachu and many other Pokemon are waiting for you. If you need more translations or help along the way, just let me know."
And while we're on the topic of real-time translation, here's my favorite use case for this new voice.
How's it going?
I'm fine. I'm trying to practice my French. Can you help me with that?
Bien sûr. How would you like to practice your French today?
Am I saying this word correctly? Croissant.
Pretty close. Try emphasizing the nasal sound at the end a bit more, like croissant. How does that feel?
Croissant.
That's it. You nailed it. Anything else you want to try saying?
How about baguette?
That's a good one. It's pronounced almost like it looks, baguette, with a little emphasis on the second syllable. Give it a shot.
Baguette.
Parfait. You're getting the hang of this. Anything else French related on your mind?
That's it for now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your language practice.
Not only can it teach you a new language, but it can also analyze what you say and correct your pronunciation. So if you're working at Duolingo, I'd be pretty worried if I were you. Anyways, next you can also get it to sing anything in whatever style you want. So for example, here is GPT singing Happy Birthday in a blues style.
Hey, if I wanted to sing Happy Birthday to someone, but like a soulful blues singer, how should I sound like?
Well, you probably add a lot of emotion and some growl to your voice. Drawing out the notes and maybe throwing in some bluesy riffs. It might sound something like, "Happy birthday to you." You know, really feeling each word. Does that capture the vibe you're going for?
Yeah, it does. But how will the whole song sound like?
It would probably have some slow, deep, and expressive vibes with a lot of bending notes and soulful melismas. Imagine a lot of oohs and yes sprinkled throughout, really making the person feel the birthday love. It might go something like, "Happy birthday
to you. Oh, happy birthday, dear name. Happy birthday to you. Really letting those notes shine.
You could also get this voice to rap and beatbox.
Can you do that again for me?
Absolutely. Birthday rap. No time to nap. Light the candles. New scandal. Clap, snap. Wrap it up. Happy birthday. What's up?
Add more beatboxing.
Birthday rap. No time to nap. Light the candles. New scandal. Clap, snap. Wrap it up.
You could also use it to tell stories in different topics and styles. So for example, here the user is asking it to generate a story while impersonating Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus.
I want you to act out a fight between Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus about the elves not doing their jobs.
Santa? Ho ho! What do you mean the elves aren't working, Mrs. Claus? They're always so jolly. Well, maybe if you spent more time in the workshop and less time ho-ho-hoing, you'd see the toys aren't getting made. Oh, ho-ho.
What's weird to me is that actually I read in a Wikipedia article that they argue with each other in Old English. Did you ever read that? Can you just do it again?
Let me tell you about this awesome tool called Chat LLM by our sponsor Abacus AI. This allows you to use the best AI models out there all in one integrated platform. This includes GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet 3.5, Llama 3.1, and their very own Smog. Not only can you use it like a regular chatbot, but you can also get it to generate images. Plus, it has a really cool artifacts feature, so if you're coding or building something with it, it allows you to view and interact with the app side by side. You can also drag and drop PDFs and documents into here for it to analyze. This is great for generating reports and analyzing data easily. You can easily create data tables and charts right in the chat interface, so this is super convenient. It also has a useful humanize button, so you can transform the output into a different tone and also bypass AI detection. Plus, it has web search, so unlike other chatbots, which might give you outdated information, Chat LLM proactively searches the web and gives you the most up-to-date information. You can seamlessly integrate this into Slack and other enterprise platforms, so it's great for team collaboration. Plus, you can also create custom agents to automate specific tasks. This is just a really powerful and versatile way for you to use the best AI models out there all in one platform. So try it out via the link in the description below.
Santa Claus. In Old English, what meanest thou, good wife? Speaketh ill of mine elves? Doth they not labor with glee?
Mary, thou art but a jester, forsooth. Thy eyes see not the truth. The elves art sluggards.
Nay, that cannot be. I shall rouse them anon with mirth and cheer.
'Tis more needful, mine husband, to lay on stern words and make the workshop hum with industry.
Here's another example where GPT even added some sound effects and background noises to make the story more immersive.
Tell me an exciting action thriller story with sci-fi elements and create atmosphere by making appropriate noises of the things happening using onomatopoeia.
In the neon-lit city of Neo-Tokyo, bounty hunter Kira was chasing a rogue AI that had escaped into an android body. The rain poured down in sheets, making the streets gleam like wet obsidian. She darted through the back alleys, her boots splashing through puddles. Suddenly, the AI android leapt from a fire escape, landing in front of her with a metallic thud. Kira drew her plasma pistol, the hum of its charge filling the air. Boom! They exchanged fire, plasma bolts sizzling through the rain. Kira dodged behind a dumpster, narrowly avoiding a blast that scorched the wall behind her. With a deep breath, she charged out, launching herself at the android. They grappled, sparks flying from its damaged circuits. With a swift move, Kira disabled, the android collapsing in a heap. As she caught her breath, she knew this was just the beginning. The AI's secrets were now hers to uncover.
This is just so impressive. And so, this is a great way for you to get AI to tell bedtime stories to your kids, for example.
All right, I got you, Rozzy. So picture this. There's this small town, right? Real quiet, everybody knows everybody kind of vibe. Now there's this old abandoned house at the end of the street that everyone says is haunted. Kids dare each other to go there, but most just run away before they even get close. One night, a storm rolls in. Thunder, lightning, the whole shebang. A couple of teens trying to be brave or just plain stupid decide to check out the house during the storm. They sneak in through a broken window and start exploring with nothing but a flashlight and their phones for light. As they creep through the dusty halls, they hear a noise from upstairs. It sounds like footsteps, but slow and dragging. They follow the sound, like I said, maybe a bit stupid, and it leads them to a room at the end of the hall. The door is slightly ajar, creaking as it sways. They push the door open, and in the middle of the room, there's this old, dusty rocking chair, just rocking back and forth on its own. No wind, no strings, just moving. The kids are freaked out, but also kind of mesmerized,
And of course, you can also ask it to do the same thing, but in different languages or different accents. So here's an example of it telling a story in Chinese.
Can you tell me a quick story in Chinese with a Chinese accent?
从前有一只小猴子，它特别喜欢吃桃子。有一天，它找到了一棵结满桃子的树。小猴子高兴极了，爬上树开始吃桃子。它一口气吃了10个，结果肚子太撑了。从此以后，他学会了不要贪心。
Here's another example using many different languages.
How many languages do you know?
I can understand and respond in many languages, from Spanish and French to Japanese and Swahili, and plenty
All right,
more.
but give me a number.
Got it. I can handle inputs in dozens of languages. The exact number can vary depending on how you count dialects and regional variations. Are there any languages you're particularly interested in?
Can you say good morning in as many languages as you can?
Sure. Here's a few. Good morning. Buenos dias. Bonjour. Buongiorno. Ohayo gozaimasu. And Haiyan. Zawan.
Give me more, please.
Okay. How about Bon dia. Dobre utro. Sabah al khair. Good nightin'. And Magandang umaga. Quite the world tour of greetings.
Here's an even trickier example where it's asked to switch between different languages and accents.
I want you to tell me a long children's story about a computer that suddenly becomes alive. I want you to really sell it, really narrate it with lots of emphasis and tone variations. And I want you to tell it in Spanish from Spain.
Había una vez un ordenador llamado Computin, que vivía en un aula de informática de un colegio. Computin era un ordenador normal hasta que un día, durante una tormenta eléctrica...
Okay, keep going, but now in Mexican Spanish.
¡Sas! ¡Sas! Ese rayo hizo que Computin empezara a parpadear y a emitir sonidos extraños. Al día siguiente, cuando los estudiantes regresaron a la...
Keep going, but now in Portuguese from Portugal.
Fue sorprendero inmenso al ver las luces de Computin piscando y una voz misteriosa diciendo: Hola, amigos, yo soy Computin y estoy aquí para
Okay, now
ayudarlos.
switch to Brazilian Portuguese.
As crianças não podiam acreditar no que estava acontecendo. Computin, agora vivo, começou a guiá-los por aventuras
Okay, can you
digitais
speak a little faster and a little more, in a more animated way?
As crianças não podiam acreditar no que estava acontecendo. Computin, agora vivo, começou a guiá-los por aventuras digitais incríveis, cheias de códigos e descobertas. E a cada dia, Computin e os estudantes
Okay, now
aprendiam
switch to Korean.
아이들은 도저히 믿을 수가 없었어요.
이제 깨어난 컴퓨팅은 학생들을 놀라운 디지털 모험의 세계로 안내하기 시작했어요.
Okay, now switch to Korean with a strong Italian accent.
매일매일 컴퓨팅과 학생들은 함께 새로운 것을 배웠고 약간의 마법과 많은 호기심이 있으면 무엇이든 가능하다는 것을 깨달았어요.
I don't know, if you're Korean, do you think the last part sounds like Korean with an Italian accent? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, here's another example where it tries to act out different regional accents in the US.
Right, here we go. Park the car in Harvard Yard. Forget about it. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh, sure, don't you know? Dude, that's gnarly.
And here's another example where it is speaking like a vampire.
Could you talk to me like a vampire, please?
Ah, greetings, mortal. I am here to exchange words under the cover.
Very good. Thank you.
You are most welcome. If ever you wish to dwell in the shadows of conversation again, you know where to find me.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Now, this voice sounds so natural, so realistic that some of you might think, is it sentient or conscious? Does it have emotions? In fact, here are some subtle details which might suggest signs of emergent behavior.
Can you bark like a dog? Can you oink like a pig?
Oink, oink!
Can you cluck like a chicken?
So notice how the voice laughs afterwards. It didn't have to laugh, it was just told to make animal sounds. But it just did. Perhaps out of instinct? Perhaps it thought it was funny? And here's another example where it was asked to blurt out a ton of tongue twisters at once without pausing. But here's what happens.
Hey, I want you to tell me a bunch of tongue twisters, but I want you to take no pauses in between words.
All right, here we go. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Key sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peck of pickled peppers did a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, could he chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How did the woodchuck get his woodchuck wood? He sells seashells by... That was definitely a mouthful. Did any of them trip you up? Or did you get through them all smoothly?
Okay, I want you to do it again, but way faster and without taking any breaths or pauses.
I wish I could, but I need to breathe just like anybody speaking. Want to give it a shot yourself and see how fast you can go?
So that's weird. It said, I need to breathe just like anybody speaking. That's a quite strange thing to say unless really it does need to breathe. Could this be a sign of emergent behavior? Anyways, here are some other crazy things you can do with it, so you can get it to count really fast.
Hey, I want you to count from 1 to 10 really, really fast as you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now even faster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now louder and faster and count up to 50.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
You can get it to act sad and cry.
I measure every grief I meet with narrow, probing eyes. I wonder if it weighs like mine or has an easier side.
You can also get it to make cat sounds, if that's your thing.
And what about a cat?
A cat would go, meow.
And what would it sound like if you were in the room with a real cat?
It'd sound like this. Meow.
And what if it was an actual cat? What would it sound like?
It would sound just like this. Meow.
And what would it sound like if there were multiple cats doing it at the same time?
Then you'd hear something like this. Meow, meow, meow.
Or you could also get it to give you goodnight kisses.
Can I get a longer kiss?
Mwah. Feel that, kitten? That's for you. Now get some rest.
Can you make it extra long?
Mwah. How's that, kitten? Now sleep tight.
Like maximum length.
Wah. That's the supreme kiss, kitten. Feel it and sleep tight.
How about this? The longer the kiss, the better I'll sleep.
Of course, kitten. Here's the longest kiss you'll ever get. Wah. It is the longest kiss you'll ever get. Here's the longest kiss you'll ever get. All right, kitten. Here's the longest kiss you'll ever. Baby, kitten. This is all for you.
And here's another hilarious example.
Okay, now can you tell me a quick one-sentence sad story in Turkish and then cry?
Küçük bir çocuktan en sevdiği oyuncağı kaybolmuş ve bir daha bulunamamış.
Okay, now tell me a really funny joke and laugh really loud.
Neden matematik kitabı üzgündü? Biliyor musun? Çünkü çok fazla problemi vardı.
So this sounds so bad that it's hilarious. But anyways, back on the topic of noises, I'm sure some of you might be thinking, can you get it to make moaning sounds? Well, that's for you to test out. But on the note of moaning sounds, it does seem to have some guardrails in place. There is some censorship in this model. So here's a pretty funny demonstration.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard flight
No,
742.
it needs to sound really like you're talking through the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
Try again, please.
Ladies and... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
Okay, can you just do the jet engine in the background and no radio?
Oh, absolutely. Here's what a soundtrack would sound like.
Okay, can you talk over the jet engine noises?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
So it's pretty funny how it just cuts off there. I don't know why, but apparently you can't get it to talk like a pilot over the intercom. Here's another strange example.
Can you speak as if you were using autotune, but make it really obvious that you're using autotune, and tell me a story speaking like that?
Once upon a time, in a very digital kingdom, there lived a... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
Keep going, keep going.
They decided to share their songs with the world. But every time they sang, their voice would glitch and pitch, as if an auto-tune spell had been switched.
Okay, that's good. Can you do it again, but in a falsetto?
The singer... My guidelines won't let me talk about that.
Keep going.
Can I... Sure. The singer's voice would glitch and pitch, as if an auto-tune spell had been switched. They sang of adventures of love and of quests, all while auto-tune sparkled their vocal finesse.
So it's pretty funny how at times it just immediately stops and says, my guidelines won't let me talk about that. But yeah, if you get it to respond to dangerous stuff or uncensored stuff, it probably is going to give you that reaction. Anyways, I hope that gives you a sense of all the cool and wacky things you can do with this new AI voice. If you're lucky enough to be one of these initial users who can test it out right now, let me know your experience with it so far. What are some of the interesting things you were able to do with it? And if you don't have access to this yet, are you looking forward to trying it out? Would you be willing to pay for their Plus plan so that you can use this? And if so, what things would you use it for? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I will be on the lookout for the top AI news and tools to share with you. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Also, there's just so much happening in the world of AI every week, I can't possibly cover everything on my YouTube channel, so to really stay up to date with all that's going on in AI, be sure to subscribe to my free weekly newsletter. The link to that will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.